Yo, what's good, YouTube? Y'all know me. It's your boy, MacDZ, back up in there. And today, oh man, it's finally here, y'all. Today, we're going to do the Sony XB43 versus the JBL. This is the Extreme 2, y'all. And I know it may seem like there's some things missing from it, but don't worry. We're going to get to that in a moment. So let's go ahead and take a look at these two speakers and let's battle them out. You know why? Because it's battle time! Yeah, that's it, y'all. All right, so we're going to get it going here first. Let's talk a little bit more about some of the things that we find beneficial about these two products. First, they're both portable Bluetooth speakers, and I say that because the weight on these are still not really lightweight. So this is coming in at around 5-6 pounds, more like 6 pounds. This one's coming in a little bit less at about between 4 and 5. So with that, and I'll make sure and put the actual weights right here, because those of y'all who like to call people out online because you got nothing better to do, there you go. There they are, okay? Next up, let's talk a little bit more about these in what we really like to go at when we do our 5 key factors when we are comparing a speaker. For me, now these are just my 5. These don't have to be your 5. I have number 1 is that cost, okay? Because, you know, at the end of the day, how's it going to hit your pockets? Number 2, that look. You know what I'm talking about. That look when you walking around and somebody looks at your stuff and you look at they and them, they know it's your stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That look. Okay, number 3, and really one of the more important things is that sound. How does it really sound? And as you guys can hear, I got that Anker sound core bumping in the back right now. If that is something you like to know about too, go ahead and comment down below. I am going to be doing some Anker comparisons here in a minute as well. Number 4. Oh, number 4, I love you. Intangibles. What are those key little things that make this speaker that speaker? And number 5, badassery. You know what I'm talking about. What is that badass thing that this speaker brings to the table? So, let's go ahead and get started, y'all. All right, so let's go ahead and cut that off for a little bit here so we can talk a little bit more about what we got going on. Number 1 is that cost. Okay, so the cost on the JBL right now, I went to the same location to see the prices on these as of right now, the filming of these videos, of this video. The JBL is $349. Okay, and today it's 2020. I want to say it's sometime in September 2020, getting just before that October time frame. So it's kind of like that late summer of 2020. I know it's been a heck of a year, y'all. All right, and now I also want to let you guys know that I did find these renewed as well on Amazon. So the price for the renewed joints range from $209 to $249, depending on the color. I don't know why. The blue, I think the cheapest, then it's like the black, and then the red, and your camo, and yada, yada, yada. There you go. Next up, we have the Sony. Okay, so the Sony, brand new, the XB43 is $249. So it's $100 less, guys. These are both, if you're getting them both, brand new. But you can actually pick up the Sony XB43 renewed at $178, and that's a flat $178. I don't know why, but it's $178 nonetheless. Okay, guys, so you are getting a little bit more of a savings on that Sony side. And I've told people in the past, down in the comments, if it's under $200, I'm probably gonna get the Sony. If I can find the JBL cheaper than I think I told somebody $220, that I would pick that up. So that's just because for me, the cost effectiveness comparison to what they bring to the table, those are the price ranges that actually stuck out for me. Next up, we're going to take a look at that look. Okay, so this is almost a push. I mean, literally, this is almost a push. I'll tell you why. You got your speakers on the inside. You got this felt material on both. By the way, God, that's been bothering me. Oh, God, that's been bothering me. Got cats, y'all. You know, they everywhere. And they both got feet on the bottom. They both got base radiators on the side. They both have little like stoppers to house where their ports are. Buttons on the top. I mean, basically exactly the same look. You know, LEDs on this one, none on this one. Almost a push, but I'll tell you the one thing for me that made the look go to the JBL, and I'll tell you why. This strap. these little hooks right here and the strap. Why? This strap comes with a bottle opener. Anyway, I'll get more into that once we get to those intangibles, but we'll get there. Okay, y'all? So really what we got is the cost, of course, is going to Sony. The look right now is going to JBL. And most importantly here, guys, what I think is one of the most important things, of course, is that sound. What is it that it sounds like that's going to blow somebody away when you're either outdoors, indoors, all depends on you. So let's go ahead and take a look, listen for that sound. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video, sync up one of these, and let's get it going. Okay, so make sure that it doesn't stop. Okay. All right, y'all, we back up in there, and I'm going to go ahead and play Anecdote. They have the Turn It Up joint. It's a single, and this is a no copyright sound, which is why I utilize that bad boy. So turning on my trusty decibel meter, and syncing that up right there. There you go. All right, so we are ready to go. Here we go. This is going to be the Sony XB41. And I actually got asked the other day, how come I don't sync it up where it plays and then it plays and then it plays and then it plays? And I get that's beautiful in the look of the editing, and that looks great, especially when there's a bar down there and it runs across with the bar. Ooh, that's great sounding, looking, and everything, because that way it doesn't take much of the video. But the reason why I do it the way I do it is because the song has different parts that hit harder than the other. So it wouldn't be fair to one speaker or the other if it didn't have the full sound effects of the song. So for those of y'all who want to comment down below about how you got to sync this up and you got to, no, you can go to those other channels though. You're more than welcome to, no doubt. So let's go ahead and take a listen to what we got going on here for this Turn It Up joint. Okay, so as you guys heard, that Sony was kicking, it was kicking, and more importantly, that bass is pretty nice. I've heard some people complain about the bass on this bad boy. Okay, well, I'm gonna get there. We're gonna talk about this. Don't worry, we're gonna talk about this. But let's go ahead and make sure that we turn this bad boy off this time. Boom. And we're gonna sync up this bad boy here. So give me one more moment. I'm gonna pause again real quick, and I'm gonna get right back in here, y'all. Okay, y'all, we right back in there. So we're gonna go right back to the beginning here. We're gonna go with Turn It Up, from Anecdote. And this is now gonna be the JBL Extreme 2. that you're gonna hear. We're gonna back up this decibel meter. We're gonna get it ready to hear that one. Here we go. All right, so also, by the way, guys, second reason, I do try to film in kind of that one take style where, I might use a pause or whatnot, but I want to make sure and try to keep it running where I'm not filming 18 times and then chopping them all together. So that's another reason why I try to make sure and just start at the beginning of a song and run all the way through. When I say run all the way through, I think I do about a minute and about 4 seconds of this Turn It Up joint, and I utilize that song the most because it's a no copyright sound, meaning that I won't get a hit from YouTube, and more importantly, it's a universal sound. Now, is that the exact same sound that comes out from other songs because it's no copyright? No, it's not. So actually, on this Sony, when I do the decibel meter with the Sony with the song that's been published and copyright, it usually sounds a little bit better actually because the Apple or whichever service I'm utilizing, they master it for that, so it comes out like the decibel meter, I think like another point something higher. So not by much, but a little bit. So just keep that in mind as well, guys. All right, JBL Extreme 2, Turn It Up by Anecdote. Here we go. Sorry, y'all. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed pause on this when I was trying to press pause on this. It was hitting me so much in the face. Oh, here you guys go, all right? Now, believe it or not, it was at 101.3 for the longest time, but literally at that last bass drop, it hit 102.3 for this bad boy. So it was losing to Sony the whole time. And literally when I pressed pause on this, if I had pressed on the video, if I had pressed pause on the song rather than the video, believe it or not, y'all would have seen 101.3 where JBL would have lost to the Sony. It is literally that close, guys. I'm really trying to tell y'all. I mean, I've heard other people on other videos destroy Sony for sounding so bad in comparison to this JBL. I'm trying to tell y'all, Duke, it's not that far. Okay, now, is the bass a little bit different? Yes, and let me tell you why I really believe that. JBL is geared a little bit more towards bass heads, you know what I'm saying? While Sony is more geared towards audiophile. So if you're a person who likes the quality of your music, where you can hear exactly what the musician was considering when they were making the song, Sony might be the one that is more geared towards you. However, if you a bass head, if you want to get punched in the mouth, that JBL, and I didn't say mouth, I said if you want to get punched in the mouth, then that JBL, it's gonna punch you in the mouth. All right, so think about that, y'all. When y'all are definitely picking these up, when y'all are choosing between these two, which do you prefer when it comes to the sound? For me, the decibel meter is going to choose who won. So in that instance, we got the JBL. Okay, so next up are our intangibles. Now, the intangibles are those little tiny things that make a speaker that speaker. So the difference between the Sony and the JBL are a couple of different things. Now, like I said, when it comes to the look, they both have those same type of look to them. You can even stand them up on one base radiator as opposed to the other, if you prefer to do that, because you have like a stone table, like a wooden table or something like that, and you want the reverb. It's up to you. But for me, there are a few things. First, that strap. This right here for the JBL makes it portable, truly portable. Now, if you have a backpack and you want to throw that heavy ass Sony in the backpack and walk around with it, you're more than welcome to. To me, that's more of a bookshelf speaker. That's going to stay on your bookshelves, and I got 2 of them. So yeah, I put it on the bookshelves up in the house. I have it one on one side of the room, one on the other. I have them synced, and when I walk into the room and I put on the Bluetooth, boom, it sounds phenomenal. Don't get it twisted. But when I'm walking around, I'm chilling outside, whatever, that JBL 9 times out of 10 is going to come with me as opposed to that one, just simply because this strap makes it so much easier to walk around with. What else did I have on here? Okay, battery wattage versus the actual wattage plate. Okay. I wouldn't be doing my job. I look at this like a job, right? Anyway, I wouldn't be doing my job though if I didn't let y'all know. Yes, this is rated at 40 watts when it's plugged in. It does decrease to about 20 watts or a little bit more than 20 watts when you do unplug it and it's walking around as a Bluetooth speaker. So just want to make sure that you all are aware. But both devices do have a few things in common. Both devices can charge external devices using USB-A plug, so you can plug it in to charge up your mobile phone or your tablet or whatever the case may be. Keep in mind that when you do open that back port area, that you are getting rid of that IPX rating, so you cannot wet it while those are open. Just want to make sure that's crystal clear to everyone. Your JBL is actually IPX7 rated, meaning waterproof, while your Sony's IP67 rated. That means it's not just waterproof, it's also dust and sand proof. So that's a pretty good thing. You can bring those on the beach if you're willing to tote them in those bags and then put them down possibly to hold down your, to hold down each section of your towel type of deal or your big blanket. Boom, there you go. 10,000 milliamp watts is the battery power on this to still charge up your devices and whatnot. They don't give me one over here for the Sony, nor do they give you the actual wattage. They just say 24 hours. That 24-hour battery life, though, is with like the LEDs off, with the extra bass off, with the volume turned down to like 40%, 30%, some bullshit like that. So that doesn't really count to me. What I've found, real world, about maybe 4 to 6 hours, depending on the type of music that I'm listening to. Also, they both do have a way of connecting to other devices in their lineups. And I say that specifically because JBL's had 3. They've had the JBL Connect, they've had the JBL Connect Plus, and now they're onto the JBL Party Boost. The Extreme 2 does not have the Party Boost. It's actually a Connect Plus, which means it can go with like the Charge 4, the Pulse 3, the Flip, I want to say 4 and maybe 3 and 4, and then the Connect were the earlier ones, and then the Party Boost are the later ones. Sony used to have WPC, which was that Party Connect. However, that wireless Party Connect does not work anymore with the 3 lineup. When I say 3, I mean your XB23, XB33, and XB43. Pretty much all the ones before that can use that feature. This new lineup uses something called Party Connect now, which is instead of Party Boost, it's Party Connect, and it can connect through the line. So the 23, 33, and 43s can all connect together. So with that being said, the other thing that Sony's do have are 2 things that I think honestly take this category. NFC pairing, Type-C charging. Oh my God, Type-C charging. Come on, y'all. One cable to rule them all. Let's go. Get it together, y'all. Let's go. Starting to talk to you, Soundcore. I'm starting to talk to you. Anyway, let's talk about that badassery, y'all. What's that badassery thing that's going to really just make this speaker, yo, this is a badass speaker? two areas for that though. Two areas. Are you a historical person, or are you a brand recognition person? Because if you on that history joint, that JBL has been around tried and true for the last 2.5 years. It's still the king of the king when it comes to a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? It's still up there. And I know that JBL Extreme 3 is coming down the mountain sometime soon. I get it. But the king of the mountain in JBL right now, for me, is still this one here. I love the boombox. I think it's great. But nobody wants to spend $500 on that shit. I mean, come on, that's just ridiculous. And I get that they do have their party speaker too. They got the 300 and the 100. 200's old school. You still got to plug it in. So 200 and the 100, I mean, the 300 and the 100, I get it, JBL. But again, price range, out of control, okay? Sony, though, has that brand recognition. Everywhere you go in the world, everybody knows Sony, right? So it depends on what makes it badassery for you. For me, I think right now, today, remembering, it's 2-2. Okay? It's 2-2 for my categories. Today, the winner and still the champion is going to be that JBL. And I mean, to me, it was close. I want to say Sony. I do. I want to give you your props because, you know, you're the new bad boy on the block, but I can't. You can't knock the king. If you even, he leaving. Simple as that, y'all. Let me know what you guys think, though. Go down below and tell me what you think. Which one of these bad boys is rocking in your speakers? Which one are you using? While you're down there, you might as well go ahead. Give me them thumbs, yo. Give me them thumbs. And hey, always be the hero in your story, not the villain in someone else's. Peace.